So I will be talking about, as you told me, that what are the NAL initiatives to capture the recent government policies, aspirations and missions, basically in the next 7 to 8 years. So NAL basically, if you look it at, is a National Aerospace Laboratories, which is being emphasized with the civil aircraft design. There is another laboratory in DRDO called Aeronautical Development Agency, which is entrusted with the fighter aircraft design. So both since I am from that same laboratory, same organization, I can tell you in one or 20-30 seconds about the difference between the two. The fighter aircrafts, though they are from the design point of view are very tough to design, but the certification point of view they are very easy to certify. However, the civil aircrafts, from the design point of view, they are quite simple to design, but from certification they are very stringent. So both are having a different plus and minus thing. So at the National Aerospace Laboratory, which has started in 1959, we have been entrusted with the development of civil aircraft, and looking at today's regional connectivity policy, which government has recently announced, that they are planning to give around 2,500 rupees per hour for the seat for the connectivity of Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Also, they are giving a lot of other benefits. I don't have to explain all these things, but about the support services at some reasonable cost, then plus the fuel taxes has been reduced. All these things has been given in the regional connectivity policy. Now, what is our regional connectivity requirement? If you see the total global, we have around 220 million passengers are going to travel by year 2022, and we are growing at a rate of around 9 to 10%. Last year, the passenger traffic has increased by 15%, and we are going to become a third world largest country on this civil aviation thing. So, looking at that, what we are planning to give government is, there are 3 sectors in India. One is metro sector, where today's today jets are flying. Then there is a regional sector that is called 2-tier cities, and there is a 3-tier cities, Tier 1 cities or Tier 3 cities. So these are the 3 type of cities we are having. So for the commutation connectivity, we need a aircraft which is about 19 to 20 seater, which can commute between 200 kilometer to 300 kilometer cities, which like from Bangalore to Mysore, where if you go by the jet, the fuel consumption is very high. So we need a turboprop aircraft of about 19 to 20 seater. Today there is a turboprop aircraft from the HL, which is called Dornier, but it is pretty 30 years old technology, and it doesn't have a pressurized cabin and all, and you will not like feel to travel into that because people's expectations are very high nowadays. Okay, so we are planning to meet that requirement in the next 3-4 years, and to meet that we are not having much challenges because we are already having a 15-seater or 14-seater Saras aircraft. Unfortunately, the program has stopped because of the fatal accident, but that was not a design issue, it was a coordination issue between the designer and the pilot community. So nevertheless, we have brought that program back, and Air Force also has supported now, and we will be flying it in another months or 1.5 month time. So from 14-seater to 19-seater development and certification is not a big task which we are finding, and that will be taken up first at NAL to give a country within 4 to 5 years a good 19-seater aircraft which can travel at the height of Himalayas, because Dornier, since it is not a pressurized aircraft, it cannot travel beyond 10,000 feet. So there are a lot of disadvantages of existing aircrafts at 19-seater, and many of the aircraft houses have stopped this particular segment of the aircraft, and now we have found a lot of market survey now we have done, And we have found that there are almost 175 airfields which are falling into this sector. And there is a huge potential to do the connectivity around 300 kilometer business and all. So this is the first initiative National Aerospace Laboratory is taking. The second initiative is, and this will be taken with definitely with the public-private partnership. And the second initiative which we have taken up is the 70 to 100-seater regional transport aircraft. Now the story of regional transport aircraft, this what we have talked about 19-seater is a commutator transport aircraft. The story of regional transport aircraft is, you may be traveling in ATR-72 or Bombardier aircrafts and all. So ATR-72 also like 20-30 decade old technology, and there was not much progress made in the turboprop next generation engines. So what happens is still it's the economy of the fuel consumption is very bad in turboprop. If you go jet and if you compare the turboprop, usually these parameters are compared by the fuel specific density or energy versus available seat per kilometer. So there is, if you find, there is a large difference of around 30 to 40% between the jet and the turboprop engines. Okay. So what India needs now is basically a 20% reduction in fuel and around 25 to 30% reduction in other operational costs. So for this particular regional aircrafts which we are planning, 70 to 100-seater, which will be doing it in 6 to 7 years, we are looking for next generation turboprop engine. That is one of the technology which is required. And many people like Pratt & Whitney and other people have started making that engine, but nobody is putting forward the cost into the real certification, because except India and other things, there is less market for this particular thing. So that is what their concern. But now that has gone, because Indonesia has also come up with prop, then Russia has come up with prop engine. So all this AVIC has come up. So these are all the people who are showing interest. So I think that concern has gone. And this particular aircraft will be available at a very lesser fuel consumption and a lesser cost to the country within 7 years. That is one of the initiatives. Looking at the technology gaps, because this is what I feel today's theme of discussion, that what are the technology gaps apart from the projects which we are planning. So if you see by technology, the propulsion technology we are very poor, because India doesn't have today any, neither jet engine, neither a proper propeller engine, neither any normal turbocharged engine or piston engine. We have a piston engine of around 55 HP or 65 HP, that's all. But there is a large requirement of engine, not direct jet engine which GTR is trying from last 20 years and all, and it doesn't, but now there are quite good breakthroughs are there. But the engine is the most important thing for aviation, which India is lagging. And I feel the forum should have a discussion about cooperation or cooperative development efforts and manufacturing of engine, at least to the class of 2200 SHP or 3000 SHP, that grade. Second most important is about our, what you call, the systems of fighter aircraft. Many mechanical systems of fighter aircraft, like if you take environmental control system, brake management system, or if you take a hydraulic system, all the subsystems of this aircraft subsystems like valves, actuators, all these are getting imported today. So there is a huge potential today to go the because LCA, you know, there is about 123 aircrafts has to be manufactured by 2025. And there is huge potential to industry to do a Make in India initiative and tackle this mechanical system fabrication in India. Another important initiative that Indian industry can take is the manufacturing of the composite products. Because there is a huge potential if this aircraft programs gets into the thing, because I have not told you the fighter aircraft requirement, but by 2025 LCM